Hey, what's up everybody? Ranch Fairy Arrow Tuning 2.0. So the first video was kind of our rough start, and we definitely got arrows flying a whole lot better than what they were. But a couple things, the target moves when you shoot it. This little block that I have, it's also layered. So when the arrow hits, it definitely kind of follows layers and straightens itself out. So Nick and I decided to kind of start from scratch, but know where our setup should be. And we paper tuned the other day, and that showed us a lot more fine tuning. Really got our bows and our arrows dialed in. Both of us had to make a couple of adjustments on our rests, but we started kind of from scratch and got to where we were shooting bullet holes through papers. So what I'm going to show you guys, that original arrow setup that I shot before, where the arrow was flying almost sideways at 15 yards. I'm going to shoot that through paper first at like 7 to 8 yards, and then I'm going to show you and shoot my current setup bare shaft as well at that same distance and show you guys where I'm at now. All right, so there you go. That's exactly what we were seeing with our rough tuning, that arrow flying kind of this way. Now let me show you guys new setup and the adjustments that we made, and we'll shoot my current arrow. All right, adjustments that we made on our bows. Both of ours, even though they were quote unquote squared up at the archery shop, they were both a little bit rest high. So we both had dropaways, and I think what happened was the person at the bow shop squared them and leveled them out with the rest basically sitting like this, sitting down if you want to call it that. But then as you draw back, these style rests, your cable pulls on it and it rotates up just a little bit. So that was then causing the arrow to be a little bit like point high, knock low. So we adjusted those, got that tuned in, that helped a ton. And after that, we both got setups that shoot really good. Okay, so set up now. Again, Black Eagle carnivore arrow. It's a 250 spine. Got the Luminoc in the back, which is knock tuned. We've got a 125 grain insert up front with a 150 grain field point, and ditch the paracord because that would compress a lot in the shaft. And once it compressed, it was really loose and wobbly, like you could hear it in there. So I went, after finding some stuff on YouTube, I went with this 3/16. It's either polypropylene or polyethylene rope. I can't remember exactly. Bought it at Menards, super cheap for 100 feet of it. So the diameter of this is bigger than the paracord, fits nicely in the shaft, and it does compress as well, but when it does, it stays in there. It doesn't wobble around, it doesn't move. Once it gets kind of compressed and smashed down, and when I put it in, I cut it a little bit longer and just tap my arrow down, get that thing to compress all the way, and then put my Luminoc in it. So I'm gonna shoot this now, bare shaft, same distance, 8 yards. I don't know what you guys think. That looks a lot better to me. Shooting pretty much bullet hole. You look from the back side. Again, I know layered target, it moves, but that stool is where I'm filming from. And that knock and that hole and that stool, right where my bow is, all line up real nice. All right, real quick, we got the exact same setup that I just shot bare shaft. I'm gonna shoot this one that's fletched. Bare shaft, fletched. All right, so just to kind of wrap things up where I'm at now. So I've got the Black Eagle carnivore shaft, 250 spine. We've got a 125 grains of insert and 150 grain tip. Shooting a Luminoc. I'm shooting the Nap Quick Fletch quick spin. I really like these. They seem to work fine. I've shot this arrow a whole bunch and hasn't come off. Actually just put a little bit of glue around the top and bottom edges, so It's holding up well. And then I've got 100 grains, which I measured on a scale of that rope that we talked about. So overall, with a calculator that I used, I'm at about 715 grains total with 15% FOC. Nick's setup, his actually didn't like the rope. His liked just weight up front. I think he was at 660 grains total. I can't exactly remember what was up front. And his was like 19% FOC. Both shooting bullet holes, bare shaft, both shooting awesome fletched. No complaints. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, be a sportsman, make a sportsman.